It's Taxi Vlog 283 or something to that effect. It is the 20th of December. It's on shit. That's what happens when you try to hurry. See if that works. By the time you see this, it will be the 22nd, because I plan to do part tonight and part tomorrow, because it's busy and I might not have a chance to record when I would like to. Let me get this configuration set up properly here, because it's all wrong. Text height double. Beeps off. Thank you. Buzzer tone. Good enough. Why would anyone want to see 5 messages ago? I don't know. Anyway, it's set up the way I like it now. Let's have a look at... Oh, okay. Well, whatever. I'm asking for it, but here comes. Okay. So, came out on Tuesday. Tuesday was a pretty good night. It was steady. It was smooth. I didn't have any trouble from anyone. It was really nice. Oh, okay. Just a moment. Oh, fuck. I forgot to do this. That was the first thing I was thinking of doing when I got in the car, was to do up this fucking seatbelt so it wouldn't beep at me. Shut. But then, of course, I got distracted by everything else, and so on. Let's see how old this call is. Oh, 5 minutes. That's not too terrible. I think I'll have no problems with that, hopefully. Okay. Yeah, Tuesday night. Pretty good, pretty smooth. I did well. I can't complain about that. It was nice. Wednesday, I came out. My first call was after about 20 minutes. Get to the mall, pick up this guy. He's going a few blocks with his groceries. Okay, take him there. Then from there I get sent to the hospital. Not a problem, the hospital isn't too far away. I'll head to the hospital. I'm on my way to the hospital, and just as I'm pulling in the driveway of the hospital, like the road that approaches it, you know, cancelled flashes up on the screen. So I'm cancelled, okay. And then it beeps another call. The 6 Mile House. Now 6 Mile House is a pub, and I'm going, oh, okay, well that's not too far, but it's going further out of town. I scroll down to the second page, and sure enough, the call is 20 minutes old. So dutifully, I get on my phone and I call the phone number. I'm told to leave a message. Like, fuck, you're still there after 20 minutes calling from a pub. Another call comes up. Tim Hortons. Oh yeah, that's just up the road. But then, of course, I scroll down to the second page, and Tim Hortons, not the one in Colwood, which is right nearby, the one in Langford, which is further out. I get to the one in Langford, I call the phone number, the people come out. They say, can we make 2 stops on the way? Sure. First stop, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now, Kentucky Fried Chicken is slow. It takes a long time to get your chicken from them. So they go inside, and they've got all their stuff in here, all the shit that they bought. And they went in the Kentucky Fried Chicken, and about $6 into that part, the guy comes out and says, could you, like, pause the meter for us? Like, no, I can't do that. You know, I could be driving somebody else somewhere right now while I'm waiting for you. So, hell, I'm going to get paid for my time. This is not a charity. You're paying me for my time. So anyway, she comes out after a little more time, and it's like $10 have gone by, and then finally he comes out with his food, and $12 have come by since the time we pulled in front of the Hortons. Then she tells me to go to an address, and okay, I take her there, and he says, I'll be going on from here. Oh, okay. So we're just going to take this stuff in the house and I'm coming back out. So he comes back out, and then he says, take me to such and such street corner. Okay, fine. I'm going to pay with debit. So I have to charge up the debit machine, which is a good thing to do, or just to plug it in so that the damn thing's on, which I'm kind of doing right now while driving with my knee. Okay, plug that in so that it comes on, so that the next customer who wants to use it will have debit. So he's declined, and he doesn't know what to do. He says, I'm going to have to call my mother to help me, but first let's go to the bank and find out why I'm declined. So of course I've already turned off the meter, and it's like, give him a free ride to the bank, and at the bank he finds out that he doesn't have enough money in there to even take a 20 out, and it's $30 on the meter. So he says, I called my mother, she's going to come with the money. Oh, well, that's nice. That'll be nice. So we're waiting outside the bank, waiting. About 5 minutes later, his dad comes over, and did he look pissed. He looked really upset, annoyed, and fucked up, and he managed to get my money for me, and then the rest of Wednesday night went a lot better. I will tell you about Thursday and maybe later tonight, but I have to pick up this customer right now somewhere here. 71. Oh, that house over there. Okay. Very nice. There it is. Okay. Talk to you sooner. Okay, so I dropped those two guys off at the store, at the restaurant where they were going. It's these two Korean guys going to a Japanese restaurant. And so the rest of that Wednesday night went okay. I didn't do badly. I have another call already. I will go get these people because they're probably waiting for to go to I don't know, a Christmas party or something stupid. 4550 apartment 244. Oh, it must be one of those. Hell, I don't know. Oh, maybe. I'm not sure what that place is. It says apartment 244 for Rosemary. The call is 5 minutes old. It will probably take me about 5 minutes to get there. Tell you about last night. Last night I came out and it was steady, very steady, and it was kind of rainy, kind of gloomy like tonight, and drizzly, very, very small drops like right now. They're very tiny, they're like a millimeter. So it was kind of rainy, and then at one point we started getting some flakes of rain, and for an hour or two nothing stuck to anything, and at one point it started to stick north of Mackenzie, and so I dropped some boys off who had been to a winter social from their high school, and I dropped these boys off, and as soon as we crossed Mackenzie there was an inch of snow on the ground, and by the time I left that part of town there's 2 inches of snow on the ground, and it was about 1 inch everywhere else. In some places it was slushy, and in some places it was just snowy, but it was the wet, sticky kind of snow, so it wasn't really that slippery. It's like it melted as soon as anything touched it. But there was a couple inches of snow on my car when I went to get it in the morning. At one point at around 4 in the morning, between taking Christmas partiers and shoppers and all kinds of other people home. Shoppers were more before midnight, and Christmas party people were a little after. I got sent to the building on the end of a residential street. Now it's residential houses, but this was a building, like one apartment block at the end of this street, and it said out front. And as soon as I got there, there was this girl gesturing madly. I'm going, oh shit, oh no, she's spastic. So she gets in and tells me her complete fucking life story. Do you remember me? Laura's my name. Do you remember me? And I vaguely remember someone who looked kind of like her, but of course who was about 10 years younger, 10 years earlier. And she told me about her mother with the walker, and yes, I did remember her, because her mother was with the walker and had Parkinson's before. And yeah, I sort of remembered her. This time, she was drunk out of her tree and she wanted to go to a bank machine downtown, and that she'll be calling later. So she paid me for the fare. There was no trouble there. Her Interac went through. I had a lot of Interac the last 3 nights. I've had about 300, 350 of Interac. I only need 450 for the week. And that means I only need to make another $100 to get my lease on tonight and tomorrow night, which could be $400 or $500 nights, maybe even more. We'll see how it goes. At this time right now, it's still early. It is 6:55. I'm on my way to my second call on Friday night. So, yeah, you know, I don't know how to take tonight. It's probably going to be busy. Right now, they're already sending me far away to get my next call. It's already almost 10 minutes old, and I'm halfway there, so she'll have to wait a little longer. And hopefully I can find the address where we're going, because this does get kind of silly and kind of difficult when you're going through the dark woods looking for addresses. Anyway, so yeah, it was snowing last night. I did really well. I took home a couple $100 after lease and fuel, which for a Thursday is stellar and excellent. So we're putting money in the vacation fund so that we can go on vacation in summer and bring more videos to you on the main channel sometime in the later half of next year. Okay, well, I'm in the dark woods right now, so I'm going to start looking for addresses as soon as I get past this part. Talk to you sooner. I was just sent to a shopping mall and to pick someone up, and said it was a wheelchair. And this is a wheelchair accessible van, right? So it was 2 women, both were deaf, one was in a wheelchair, and it was a nightmare because I couldn't understand what they were signing to each other, and they couldn't hear me. And one of them was going like that from way back, and the other one was sitting in the seat in front of her, and she couldn't hear. And so I went back and she pointed to this hook thing that was coming out of the floor. So I had to figure out how to put the hook thing in. Now, apparently the hook thing hooks to the wheelchair, but then there's supposed to be a mounting point for the hook that hooks on to the back of the wheelchair, and the mounting point wasn't there anymore. So I had to figure out how to hook her in so she wouldn't roll around while we were getting her to her destination. Well, I hooked her in, and I drove very gently to make sure she wouldn't move around too much, because I wasn't sure about the hooking that I did. So anyway, we got them to their destination, and it was behind the back of the building where there was a wheelchair ramp for them to get in. And then, like, nobody's paying me, and they're both, the one is getting out, so I'm wheeling the other one out, and then they're motioning to me that they're using taxi savers, which are bitch and a pain, and I had to do the paperwork for all of that. What fun I'm having tonight. It was a busy night. I ended up in the Western communities a lot. And every time I tried to leave there, I got called to another thing that was just on the edge. And then they would be going further out there. And then at one point I took this guy further out there. And, or I took a couple out there from a party somewhere. It's a big blur. Tonight's a big blur. It's a big $500 freaking blur. Anyway, I took these people out there, and then I got sent to a supermarket for a guy with a bike who was going further out than where they were. And then I got sent on another one that was back in, and then it was a guy who was going to just the bus loop to get a bus back into town because it was too expensive to take a cab. And oh, it's just been tiring, and you know, some people were a little polluted and a little ugly and a little too loud, some of them. You can tell I'm tired. And then I was just dropping some people off who had come from a party. And then this thing, okay, it's got messages on there. That's my position right now. I'm 3rd in 68 maybe. Well, let's update on that. Update. Let's see what it gives me. Oh, 1st in 68. See, I'm the first car available now. I'm the next one that's going to get a call in this part of town. And it says that it's 5 o'clock. I was clearing, and the thing blinked at me a couple times, and it blinked something else, and blinked something else. And then there was a message on there, I wish you would answer me. And it's like, fuck, whatever. Then I called the office. I said, I'm supposed to answer you to what? He says, answer my messages. And I didn't even see your messages. I'm busy driving, or I'm busy working. Uh-oh. I have company. Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna open the window.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Oh God, you're on video.
Yes, I'm on video. I'm making a vlog.
I will wait. I will stay off though.
No, if you don't want to show on camera, you don't have to show on camera. I'm not going to force you.
The internet doesn't need to see my ugly mug.
No, that's fine. The internet will not see you if you do not want to be seen. That's quite all right. You wish to remain anonymous? Fine.
I am anonymous.
Yeah, that's good. So anyway, yeah, it's been tiring. And then I get this message from Chapman. I'll mention his name. What the fuck? Saying, I wish you would answer me. And I didn't even see what it was that he wanted me to answer. Because I'm busy driving, or there's some other information going on there. And I said, okay, well, what messages do you want me to answer? Because I did not see them. Oh, yeah, right, you didn't see them. Fuck. It's Chapman. And he says, did you find an earring from 200 Gorge West? And I'm saying, that call was 8 hours ago. And no, I didn't find no earring of any kind. And I'm not about to look. And then the other one was, have you talked to Mo? Or are you going to talk to Mo? I said, well, what do I need to talk to Mo about? And he says, well, we have a time call at 7 o'clock in downtown. They need a van. I say, well, yeah, if you need the van, I'll be on the road. What's the big difficulty? Mo doesn't usually come out till after 7, so I'm not going to trouble him. Let him sleep in. Well, so I'll do the 7 o'clock time call. Big deal.
There you go.
And if Mo has a problem with that, I'll just tell him, well, keep the car into my shift if you need to. Not a big problem. But I'm not gonna wake the guy up now. He's usually in dreamland till 8 anyway. It's true. And he takes the kids to school, and then he comes out and he gets his souk trip and, you know, stuff.
His souk trip?
Yeah, he has a regular in souk.
Oh, nice.
He's a guy who does dialysis in town here. So he's got to pick him up in souk, bring him in to do dialysis at the hospital, and then take him out to souk after he's had his dialysis.
And he's in a wheelchair, I'm guessing.
I'm guessing he's in a wheelchair, yeah, maybe. Anyway, he does that. So that's where we are, Friday night. I could babble on some more, but I guess I'll just do that 7 o'clock time call and whatever comes up between now and then. 2 hours worth. Meanwhile, I'm going to hang out with my buddy here. Talk to you soon. Just a little update. I had the little blonde that went to the McDonald's again, and she told me that the McDonald's was going to be closing after the 31st of December. Oh, okay. There we go. There's my 7 o'clock time call. I'm committed now to my 7 o'clock time call. Well, here's what happened. I took the little girl to McDonald's just before 6 o'clock, and as I'm leaving the McDonald's and I'm heading downtown because that's where my time call is, I see guys waiting at a bus stop, and I pull a U-turn to pick them up, and one of them says he's going all the way to Souk. Now Souk is like a $70 trip, and it takes almost an hour to get out there and almost an hour to get back. Don't have enough time. It's 6 o'clock. I have to be downtown at 7 for this call. So the other guys are going to Langford, which was a $30 fare. So I did the $30 fare and gave up $40 so that I could do the time call at 7, and now it's 20 minutes after 6, and he's giving me the time call already as I'm coming into town. He wants to make sure I get it because he needs the van for luggage. So yeah, I guess they promised these people that, you know, I would do it, or that they'd get a van, and I'm on the road, and the other van is, I guess, not on the road right now, and the owner who drives this thing day shift, well, I'm not going to wake him up now to tell him, to ask him if he's going to come to work. He doesn't usually come to work until sometime after 7, sometimes 8. And so, besides, he owes me half a shift anyway because a couple of weeks ago the starter pooched and I had to take half the night off. Of course, I went home and drank scotch, but I took the night off, or half the night off, and I still paid the lease on it, and I didn't dock him any of it. So it's all good. I'm just going to work this morning, and, you know, if he wants to keep it late, go right ahead. That's not a problem with me because I will probably be sleeping in. Or maybe I'll just give it my all and then sleep on the weekend or on my days off. Anyhow, what a Friday it's been, and I know that this luggage call is probably going to the airport or the ferries. I don't think it's going to the bus depot. I hope to hell it isn't. Well, if it does, then my night will be over sooner, and I can go home and sleep. And kind of be annoyed that I didn't take that ride out to Souk. And there's still tomorrow. There's going to be Saturday night. What's wrong with this picture? Daylight is wrong with this picture. I just dropped off at the airport and it's 10 minutes to 8 in the morning. I've been out almost 14 hours. You know what? I hope yours is better than mine. I'll make another one tomorrow or include tomorrow with next week's Christmas edition. Yippee. Hope yours is better than mine. Have I said that already?